Hello there, Dick Benedict. We're playing Dark Souls 3 on the PC. This is my video guide for the Sisters of Ariandel DLC. Or sorry, it's called the Ashes of Ariandel DLC. I got confused because it says sister here. Part 5 of 5 is what we're on. So I'm using my bleed build here to melee combat her. She's really simple to parry. Her scythe attacks are very simple to parry. But she has this really difficult move to dodge of disappearing, and she makes a noise almost when she's about ready to come back in, and it's about 3 or 4 seconds after that when you want to dodge. You don't want to dodge when you hear the noise, but it's really difficult aside from that just to keep your life here. So this is a boss phase that is not too bad. It's just the next couple of phases are pretty difficult and they require a lot of stamina. So this really doesn't accurately represent how much I struggled here, because it took me I rage quit twice on this boss, and also I mean it was well over 10 hours. It's just one of those things. I'm hoping that they start to phase boss fights out of games, because I hate boss fights. I've always hated boss fights. So I think that a game can stand without a boss fight at any point. So she's gonna be healing her papa here. So what you want to do is either just hit her or backstab her, or just ignore her and continue to hit Father Ariandel over here. So basically, you can focus on either one of them. I got a front stab on him. You see the way he got staggered there? I'm sure that won't happen on New Game Plus. But do you see what I'm saying? Like this fight went so quickly over here that I can barely talk about what was going on there. So now we're on phase 3 of 3, and this is the phase that I could talk about. Everything I need to, because it's a pretty long time until we actually finish this boss up, because her hits really hit hard. Like, they really damage you. So that's one of the reasons I think I would be pretty wary of doing this on a New Game Plus cycle, because of the additional damage that you take over here. So what I'm gonna do here is continue to buff with the Carthus Rouge. I'm not sure what happened here, because I have at least 50 more Rouges left, and it didn't let me access any of them over here. It usually just keeps on letting you use them, but it was a little bit of an annoyance over here, because I wanted to continue to buff my weapon, and she's giving me a pretty hard time as well. So I'm trying to fight with the menu here to try to get some more Rouge going for myself. But this is a really powerful weapon, but it's slow. So if you want a faster weapon, you might be benefited from that, but of course you're not going to deal as much damage. When her scythe glows that blue color, she's going to do a really fast charge over there, and she can grab you. And if you get grabbed, just like the other grabs in this game, I don't think you can do anything about it. I just don't think you can. They don't have any quick time events. And really be careful of that attack where she throws that projectile in a line at you, because it really damages you hard. I don't think anything that she does can instantly kill you, but it can take you down pretty low as far as your health. And as is usual here, I pretty much see that right there. That frost kind of explodes at the end and will knock you off your feet and deal you massive damage. But basically, because I didn't have too much time to talk about it, the previous phase, what you want to do is focus on Father Ariandel. You can continue to focus on her if you want to, but what I found was that, I see I'm trying to look for my Rouge here. Taking him down is easier, because you can stagger him easier, and I think he bleeds a little bit better than she does, at least in the second phase. And just waiting for his attacks to exhaust themselves, and then go in for a couple hits. One of my big issues on the second phase was, I think it was some kind of a glitch with the game. I would continually get stuck like inside Father Ariandel, and I couldn't get out. So I have a couple pieces of that follower armor on myself for the frost resistance. See this? That's considerable damage for like vanilla run of the game, not even New Game Plus anything cycle. I have like some of the followers armor on because it has pretty good frost resistance, but it's pretty negligible, and it wouldn't even have mattered if I had not put that stuff on. So what I do is a couple charge R2s and wait for her to go in for her attacks. And basically I'm doing the same tactic here that I did for the final boss, the Soul of Cinder for Dark Souls 3. Just be really evasive and wait for any opportunity to go in for a small strike, and keep buffing if you can. Here she grabbed me again. Fucking bitch. I hate this boss fight. I can't really express how much I hate this boss fight. It's got a nice aesthetic. The ground, the way it's burning there, I'm always concerned about that because I think I'm taking damage, but it's just part of the environment. I just hate this boss fight, but what do you expect from somebody who doesn't like boss fights in the beginning? I've never liked boss fights. I don't know what it is. But you really have to locate her when she teleports like that, because if you don't locate her, you might be punished by getting that attack put on you. So be careful of that, and just be careful that you don't land in any of that AoE there. And it's basically just continually avoiding, and when she jumps at you, to roll over to her and take like 1 or 2 strikes. When she's doing her side attacks with no magic or anything like that, it's a really good time to just normally hit her and possibly parry her. I only got to this phase twice, 3 times. So this was my 3rd time on it, and along those lines, like, how could I possibly know what to even do on here? I've never seen any guides of this. I've never watched a walkthrough of this DLC, so I don't know. I'm going in here pretty much blind. 1 hit left, so there we go. I am gonna point this fight down because I loathe it. I loathe all 3 phases of the fight, but it's finished now, and hopefully we don't see any of that kind of shit in the next DLC. Take care.